premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival, the sci-fi romance Daniela Forever is a story about a man who begins a clinical trial for a drug that allows its users to control their dreams, all in an attempt to recover after the death of his girlfriend.
So will this lucid dream bring the couple back together? We are thrilled to have the stars of Daniela Forever here with us on the show today. Please help us welcome Henry Golding and Beatrice Grannò.
Wow. Oh, that pronunciation. That was good. You've been practicing that.
Italian. Okay, it was very good. It was very good, but...
Tell me.
Here we go.
Tell me.
Very good, but it's Grannò.
Grannò.
Oh, there
Yes.
you go.
No.
Perfect.
Wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Okay, got it.
Beatrice Grannò.
Still, one of the best pronunciations.
Oh my God, thanks.
Let's talk about this film because it touches on someone exploring a sort of alternative medicine in this sci-fi way to process their grief and trauma. And this is something that we're actually starting to see glimpses of in reality, people exploring alternative plant-based medicines for various reasons. So Beatrice Grannò,
Yes.
is this something that, what are your thoughts about people exploring this, you know, possibly more in the future in real life?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting, and I think medicine is always developing and growing, and it always does it for a good reason. So I'm excited to see what they're going to come up with. But I think. These things are very tricky. You have to be monitored to do it. Because I think that if I was Nick, I would have done exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's very easy to fall into that.
He kind of goes rogue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's all sorts that they're trying to develop, right? Like ketamine treatment to DMT usage and all that jazz. But we hold so much trauma within ourselves, like only accessing it. Sometimes we're so resilient in letting it go. Sometimes you do need something to help kind of loosen you up, perhaps. I think it's,
Therapy.
if it works for you, I think it's great.
Well,
and
Henry,
it works kind of for Nick.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. You're going to have to watch to see. Well, Henry, you give a deeply moving performance in this film, and we see you going through the struggle, deep struggle over the loss of your girlfriend. So did doing this role teach you anything about how we process grief?
Not very well. You know, some of us do not process grief at all very well. And we find the character Nick in a place in his life where everything ceases to bring him joy. And then the root cause of it is losing the love of his life. And he doesn't see a way out until he's offered this, this sort of experimental drug in which he is allowed to sort of take control of his dreams. And he starts realizing that he can make a world where Daniela is alive again. And he gets addicted to it. He wants to keep doing it and keep doing it. And there lies the problem and the issue. He realizes that he can control her thoughts and can control the world around. And with that, with power comes sort of complexities of being sort of like a God complex and controlling everyone. So the movie goes in these beautiful ebbs and flows and emotional and beautiful moments with the reconnection of these lovers. So.
Well, it certainly made me wonder while I was watching it if there was something like this, a pill that could exist or some way to access people who I've lost. Would I try it? So were you thinking about that?
You know, looking into sort of lucid dreams and stuff, and in the past, like, I remember the lucid dreams that I've had, but I've never gotten there intentionally.
Do people know what lucid dreaming is? Okay.
So it's when you can control the outcome of your dreams, or you have realization that you are dreaming. And so you can kind of choose your own route as such. But I've never been like, right, I'm going to bed, I'm gonna have a lucid dream, and I'm gonna dream about this.
It's the best.
It's always you wake up in your dream, and then you realize.
You're aware that you were dreaming.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Beatrice, this film was directed by Nacho Vigalondo, and it's very surreal. You do wonder, am I even awake watching this? So what was it like to create this very surreal world where we're not sure what is reality?
Yeah. So first of all, I think it's very important to trust Nacho's vision, because sometimes he would ask you to do something and don't really understand it. And because of course this world is absurd and it's incredible, and sometimes we just had to go with it, which I think it was the fun part for us to just, well, Nacho wants us to do this, so let's just do it. And I think it's very important to trust the person that, you know, your director, and I think it was really great in doing that. And for me, you know, Daniela has different stages. At the beginning, she's just a doll, and she's a projection, she's a memory. And also, you know, I was playing someone who wasn't there anymore. So it was interesting for me to bring up that lightness and that light, and to kind of, you know, leave some sort of energy in the room that was familiar to Henry's character. And then it was very exciting for me to grow in the story, because she started off like that, and then the more the world becomes real, the more she becomes real, and she starts questioning herself and wondering why she's there, and she starts to have dreams, and she starts to have feelings. And I think it's, you know, she started to be a woman, but at the same time, she is under his control. So I think that was very interesting for me to portray, and grief can be like that sometimes. And when you don't want to let someone go, it almost becomes selfish for the person who's not there anymore, because she wants to fly away and he's not letting her do that. So I think that's why I think it's a very beautiful film.
It is, and it's so well done, both of you, truly, truly, truly. Henry, of course, so many people know and love you from blockbusters like, I don't know, a small film called Crazy Rich.
Have you heard of it?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. A Simple Favor, of course, Last Christmas.
I saw that here in Toronto.
Right, Last Christmas. But you posted, I want to show everybody this photo that you posted after shooting for Daniela Forever. You captioned it, "I don't even know where to begin explaining how much this project has meant to me." Why is the film so special for you?
Well, it allowed me to work with some of the most beautiful people that I've had the joy of working with. Nacho Vigalondo was for that. No, Beatrice, Nacho, we all understood the assignment. We all were on the same page, and that's very rare. But what was most important was that Nacho allowed us to have our input as well. And so he wasn't overly protective, which a lot of directors can be with some of the projects that they have. He wrote it, it's a personal story to him. And so the meaning for him was so strong. So it was such a blessing and a gift that he allowed us to change the characters the way we wanted to and develop them the way we did. The crew, we shot it in Madrid last year, which was amazing to be there.
Amazing.
The crew, everything was just so spectacular.
Before we let you go, Beatrice, we have to ask you really, really quickly. You, of course, we fell in love with on The White Lotus season 2.
Oh my gosh!
You know, there's a lot of anticipation for the next season. Do you have any, like, we don't have a lot of time left, but is there any character that you would hope to see check in?
The pianist.
Oh, the piano?
Ooh.
The piano player that you tried to kill?
Player. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just kidding.
I promise you, there's something about his character.
Teaser.
He's giving away.
Oh my gosh! Well, to both of you, what a joy to have you here in studio. Thank you both, and congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We want to tell everybody watching, the world premiere of Daniela Forever is happening tonight at the Toronto International Film Festival. This is the Publix Festival, so please go check it out. We'll be back.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.